Hey, ASAP, 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 bloop. ASAP, ASAP,
Hey
ASAP,
everyone.
bloop.
First of all, I want to start by saying I'm so sorry because I swore before I left that when I got back, I was going to make videos and give advice and be the best airman ever. And I haven't made not one video. So I'm sorry, and here's your video. So I'm still going to be the best airman ever. I'm just a little late on the video. But I just wanted to briefly, go through a couple things. I made it out of basic training, I made it out of tech school, and now I'm an airman. I'm a reservist. And for those of you who don't know exactly what reservists do, we serve 1 weekend out of the month, 2 weeks out of the year, which is called annual tour. And we have an option of doing seasonal training, which it will vary based on your job. And yeah, it's great. Become an airman today. All right, let's just get started. During basic training, some of the best times for me was during Beast Week. I got Twizzlers, and I hadn't had candy in 6 weeks. That was great. Um, Someone told me before I left, live every Sunday to Sunday. So every time you make it to Sunday, I made it through another week. I'm good. So Sunday was always a really good day for me. My MTI really wasn't around on Sundays, so that was cool too. And then we got delicious grilled cheese sandwiches in the cafeteria, so that was great. Um, During the week when we would go to class, I enjoyed that. Even though some of the classes were really boring, I feel like a lot of my instructors were really really great. Like funny, kept us laughing. Um, just really let us interact, and I enjoyed that. That's another way to get away from our MTI, get out of the dorms, get your mind off of I really miss home for like a couple hours, and that was great. As far as staying awake, stay awake, don't fall asleep. Drink water, tap, do what you have to do. Um, in some of the most boring classes that I had, I would like draw calendars in the back of my book. Not that I was supposed to be, but you gotta do what you gotta do to stay awake because you don't want to get in trouble. So once I graduated basic training, it was on to tech school, and I rode a bus to tech school because I was right at Shepherd, which is still in Texas. And tech school, it was stressful at times, but I graduated with a 93%, so I'm proud. Study every night, study every day, every chance you get, study, and you'll do great. You'll do fine. Just don't get caught up in mess because a lot of people get to tech school and they forget what they joined for, and they start to get in trouble, and they start to do some of the things they did before joining, and it's not even worth it. Once you've made it out of basic training, you should aim to do well, because being able to say, okay, I graduated from basic training, that's great. But being able to graduate from basic training and then do horrible in tech school or do horrible in the occupational world is like you wasted 8.5 weeks of your life. So, take it serious when you get in tech school. Act like you're still in basic training. Have respect, have courtesy, do your work, and you'll be fine. Um, Now that I'm back home, right now I'm in the hotel because I'm doing my annual tour. But for those of you who are choosing the reserve side, please do your seasonal training. Please, please, please. I cannot stress it enough. I didn't do mine because I was told before I left that seasonal training depended on your unit, and I might not be able to do it, blah, blah, blah. Never listen to an airman. Never. So before I left tech school, I already had contacted my job, my civilian job, and they were waiting for me when I got back home. I started back working at my civilian job less than a week after being home. So I'm like, this is great. But then when I went to my reserve base for the first time to do a drill weekend, my supervisor wants to know, well, when are you coming to do your seasonal training? And I'm like, well, I can't really because I just started back my civilian job, and I don't. That's not a really good look for me right now to just up and leave again. So I opted not to do mine, but I feel like in the long run, I think it would have been really wonderful and great for me. Not only do you have a steady check coming in your pocket, when it's time to start studying for your CDCs, I feel like it would be a lot helpful for me had I done my seasonal training, because I would be there in the office because I could see what I'm reading about on a day-to-day basis, and I feel like it would have been better for me, but things happen. Speaking of CDCs, I came in as A1C, so they give me these CDCs, and for my job it's only 3 volumes, not very big. They tell you to study 1 volume at a time, and then once you complete the volumes, you'll test. And for me to become like senior airman, it's going to depend on me successfully passing my CDC test and time and grade from being A1C. I think I have to be in for like 1 year. So right now I'm working on studying for my CDCs, and it's not a big deal. Drill weekends are pretty laid back. I mean, we come up, we have PT either on Saturday or Sunday, but now they're starting this new thing where we're going to start having PT on both days, Saturday and Sunday. And you work, I usually clock in at 06:30 or 06:45, and then I usually get off at 1600, and we get an hour lunch. So it's not bad at all. For me, driving to my base is 4 hours away from my house, so that's the only thing right now that I'm not enjoying. I don't enjoy the drive, but once I'm here and I get settled in, I'm fine. Season training, drill weekends, annual tour. Really, this was like my first official day because yesterday was used as a travel day, and it was okay. It feels exactly like a drill weekend. I'm just kind of watching what they do in the office, learning. I'm getting a little bit of hands-on, but not too much. And then I just spent most of the hours of the day studying for my CDC, so it was a good day. If you have any questions, if you're getting ready to leave for basic training, I want to hear about it. I want to know, are you nervous? Do you have any questions? Do you need any advice? If you're in tech school right now, you're just watching, hit me up. Comment below. Let me know. I'm here to help y'all. So if you got anything for me, let me know. And really random, when you go to basic training and they send you to Mini Mall to buy your little things, you gotta get one of these. I love this watch so much, and I know it's corny, but hey, I got this watch during basic training, and I graduated basic training in November, and it's June, and it's still rocking with me. I mean, it got through everything. B-Sweet. I mean, it's waterproof. It has a stopwatch. I use it every time I run, every time I work out. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I want to tell y'all. Make sure you're working out. As a reservist, I think it's actually harder for us once we leave tech school, because now that I'm on my own, it's up to me to work out. There's no mandatory PT Monday through Friday. The only thing I get is, hey, you got a PT test in a month or two, and I have to prepare myself and get myself ready for it. So, different people have different struggles, and you just have to find a way to bring in your exercise and eating well and stuff into your daily life and your civilian life too. So I hope this video helped you out a little bit. It wasn't really an advice video. It's just kind of telling you all where I am with things. And once again, I'm sorry that it took me so long to make a video, but since I'm here doing my annual tour and after work I don't have much to do, so I have a little more time. So please comment, subscribe, hit me up. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. You know what it is. ASAP Blue. Deuces.